Hello everybody and welcome to Dynamic GT League's 3volution series for round 3, races 7, 8 and 9 from the RedBull Ring short circuit. And as we take a look at the standings, we've got a couple of minutes to introduce or reintroduce Ray. How are you this week, Ray?
What's going on?
Fuck's sake. Oh, God.
I'm doing well. How's yourself?
I was alright till I heard that. It sounds like a very camp what's going on there.
A wee bit of Asia.
Asia or Eurasia. In Asia, I can't remember what they were called now. But anyway, we're at the RedBull Ring short. We've got 3 races, all of 10 minutes. First race is going to be set by championship order. You can see the order on the screen at the moment. It is still quite tight across the board. We've still got Steve F1 unable to race today, wheel not back. Jimmy's not available, and Critical, Hay and Bob still haven't resurfaced. And of the 3 races, Ray, we've got a dry race, a very wet race, and then a potentially mixed condition race. And I'm curious about which one you're looking forward to watching the most.
The mixed condition race, if it's got mixed conditions. If not, then it'll be the full pushing down.
Yeah. Well, something that I know SGP spoke to me about last week after the races was that it seems like the BMW is very good in the bone dry conditions. The Merc is very good in the wet conditions. And the Cozzy is very good in the mixed conditions. And we kind of saw that with last week's races with Connor being absolutely rapid in the mixed conditions at the end. So it'll be interesting to see how everybody gets on today. And with there being an 8-point gap between Connor and SGP at the top, they could do with Connor winning a couple of races here. But as we take a look at the grid, why don't you take us for a little wander down memory lane, Ray?
Yep, well, we see all the people in the grandstand, and we turn round and we see SGP's BMW in pole position, and then he's followed closely by Conrad. In 3rd place, we've got Demon R, the only Mercedes, and in 4th place, we've got Nelly, who is followed by Artpal. So quite good results there. Twilight 6th, 7th Jason, no match for my Dink, and then 8th is the Rich Blues, 9th is SRI, he's quite far back, and 10th is Gary.
Yeah, SRI being that far back. We're missing last week's race, and that's the thing with 3 races and maximum 20 points for each race. A lot of points can be scored out there, and so let's see how we get on. As we're at 4 lights, 5 lights, and away they go! And everybody gets a great start by the look of it.
Yeah, a bit of a hold there to see that nobody jump started, as we've got Conrad as he just defended from Demon R, but it seems like he's got okay. Is somebody spinning in the pack cam, Twilight?
Yeah, I think Gary went up the inside of turn 1 and he's waiting for Twilight. That's good to see, as Nelly all over the back of Demon R. So as I mentioned a minute ago, Ray, sort of the belief being that the BMW could, oh, Demon R's wide, oh, that could be a penalty. Yeah, so the BMW could be the better car in these conditions. But also, track limits could be an issue for the drivers here. We could see a few penalties being handed out as Demon R wide again. SRI slightly sideways on the back cam. Connor quite sideways on the main screen, but he's got a great run out of that final corner. Oh!
Yeah, look at all that. He's got a penalty, so he must have been a wee bit wide on that last corner, or last 2 corners. So we've got 2 battles here, Conrad and SGP. Demon R and Nelly.
Yeah, also...
Wide. Demon R's wider.
Yeah, I
But-
was going to mention about the entry
Sorry.
curve on the left-hand side. SGP used a lot of it. You've got to be careful of not going too far over to the left and actually being off the track. I mean, to the DGT rules, you could go over there and have two wheels on the curb, but if the game gives you a penalty for it, the penalty will stand. And it looks like Demon R's pulling over to serve a penalty, so he must have got that penalty for the first corner, wouldn't it have been? Oh, we're 3 wide. Good luck, boys.
Yes, our eyes in the middle.
What's going on?
I think I preferred it doing commentary on my own, you know. No, don't go anywhere. Jason, go on.
It's in my penalty. Oof. As we see, the kind of spread. Oh, Conrad's, he nearly lost it there. He was sideways. Is he going to get a penalty? I think he was a wee bit over the line. Yes,
It was,
he has.
yeah, it's another penalty for him. On the pack cam, it's still very busy. Now, interesting, Connor's he's already had a penalty, hasn't he? So, and he's still this close to SGP, so I think he's going to be safe from behind. Yeah, so, oh no, he's not serving the penalty yet. Oh,
It's weird because he got it in turn 1, so why is it not served it?
yeah. That's a good question. As they go, you've got a little bit quiet, by the way.
Have I?
Yes, you have. Or maybe you've just deafened me with what's going on. But anyway, so Conrad's got a bit of a run here on SGP. However, going to have a penalty to serve in a couple of corners' time. With it being such a short lap here as well, 57 seconds we're looking at. Is Connor going to get another penalty there? No, he's not. He's okay. Patcam very busy. Still, is that SRI and Jason side by side?
Yeah. Into turn 2 is Conrad's on the back of SGP.
Not
until
for
his
long.
penalty.
Oh, okay. Look
Yeah,
at the pack
yeah,
cam. Yeah, this battle here, Artpal's about to serve a penalty, but there's a whole gaggle of cars. So we jump back to the leaders.
Conrad, I think he's got
Oh!
that. Oh, he's gone.
Oh dear. I wonder
You
if that
just
was.
seen him cut that corner a bit too much, and it's unsettled the causeway. We know the causeway can get unsettled quite easy with its sharp front end, so yeah, we'll need to watch out for that, especially in the wet races.
Absolutely. Well, all the Cosy drivers will, won't they? Oh, Demon a bit wide there. Jason in the Cosy, he's also been a little bit wide somewhere. He's got a half-second penalty. Artpal ahead of him, then SRI, Rich Blues, and I think Connor's just had a bit of a look at the inside of Twilight, I think it might have been. He's got that move done. Now he's on the back of Gary. Okay, so very busy from sort of 4th down at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah. See if I can just get any penalties to serve as they shoot backwards. Look, Conrad's flying. He's overtook SRI. Gary's came from the
Is that
was
up?
a bit messy.
It
That
was.
up, pal.
Yeah, it was. Didn't fully see what happened there, but Connor's ended up at the front of the pack now. Demon Art, go on.
Oh, sorry, I was just going to say Demon Art with a penalty, but Nelly's went wide, so Nelly could have a penalty as well.
Possibly Nelly going defensive. Now it'd be interesting to see what lines the drivers use in the full wet race, because the racing line will be slippy and there will be grip in areas the drivers may not be aware of. This section, the Cosy drivers are going to have to be careful. That strong front end, change of direction, there is a good chance of car going wrong directions. Okay, so Conrad 4th, Jason 5th, Twilight in 6th. He's being harassed by SRI and Formula Gary. And one thing I will say is these last couple of corners are not easy to make moves on, and I think with the penultimate corner there, I think if you're not already side by side before the turning point, I don't really think the move is on unless a car goes mega wide on you.
SRI using all the curb he can get to give Gary room there.
Connor
into
just
turn
went.
one.
Sorry, Connor just went massively wide. I think in turn one as well. Okay, so Demonar and Nelly still battling it out. Twilight and SRI still battling it out.
Switched places, haven't they?
Who?
Nelly,
No, Demonar
Nelly.
was behind him anyway.
Was it?
Yeah, because he had his penalty to serve, didn't he, on the previous lap? Let's see, is Nelly doing a Sonoda weave?
Oh, Connor penalty.
Okay, so through the final corner, or the final couple of corners that the guys go, it definitely looks like the cars are... Oh, Connor's gone again! Oh dear! I wonder if it's that inside curb again, you know, unsettling the car.
I didn't really see. I was too busy watching. I think it was Rich Blues and that on the screen at the time, so I didn't really see what line Connor took. But here we go. Demonar, he's going to try and go round the outside, maybe go for a switch back. No, he's going to go round the outside, have the inside here. He needs to watch he doesn't drift too wide. Oh, he's good there. Now, Nelly, what's he going to do?
Well,
Is he going to go for the move? Oh, he's done that.
Oh, it looked like he was going for it, didn't it? Gary on the pack cam was going for it. Jason sideways. Jason big sideways. Oh, absolutely annihilated, but back into the action as Connor comes round the corners a little bit sideways as well. So Jason, it almost looked like he popped the handbrake on for a moment there.
I think he just that caused his front end just caught him out a wee bit, and he lost the grip of the rear. Which we see, I don't know who that is. Formerly Gary and Rich Blues into turn one. Rich is slowing down. Rich.
Well, maybe it was just a little bit out of shape there. Three Cozzies going at it around the second corner with one Cozzy right behind him as well. So let's see. Now, interesting. We've got a minute and a half left of this first race. And when the 10-minute timer is up, once the drivers cross the line, that's it, race done. Okay, 3 wide into the penultimate corner. Who's going to go for it? Who's going to be sensible? Looks like Twilight was sensible and backed out of it. So was Rich. Oh, but Gary! I don't think he wanted to go down there because you don't need to pit.
I think he was helped.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if helped is the correct terminology. Oh!
But he's having. Is that what that instead of a brown mark at the back end, that green mark?
You might be absolutely right. Interesting as well, from a distance, the back of the Merc kind of looks like the back of an old Scooby. Okay, can Nelly then do anything about Demonar? We've got half a minute left of this race, so we may get another lap, you know. SGP definitely will, because he's heading into the final corner already. So it's looking comfortable for him to open up that championship lead into the final couple of corners. We go. Got 20 seconds.
Wide. He might get a penalty for that.
Nelly's got a good run there as Art Pal in 4th place, coming under a little bit of pressure now from Conrad, who has been absolutely rapid until he's ended up in the barrier. But yeah, Jason and Demon Art. Go on.
It was Jason and SRI side by side into turn one.
Okay, Connor's got a run on Art Pal down towards turn 2. Demon R holds on. Massive wobbly moment he had through turn 1. Conrad makes the move through past Art Pal. Let's see if he can hold on to that. So we are now confirmed. Final lap of the race. SGP heading into the final couple of corners. And there he is. No real issues for him in this race. But then I suppose that's what happens when you use an Alfa Romeo instead of a BMW. Okay, second place, Demon R. Can he hold on ahead of Nelly? Yes, he can. They've had a brilliant battle throughout this race. And I tell you what, Conrad has been absolutely flying. Recovers to 4th, and it's ever so close now for... I think it was, yeah, Art Pal just ahead of Twilight, just ahead of Jason, and then SRI, Formula Gary, and Rich Blues. Cracking little race that there.
Yep. Then drivers and still a lot of action.
Yep. Well, the thing is, when SRI's around, all you need is him, and there's always action.
What's that meant to mean?
No comment. I plead the fifth. As we're at 3 lights for the wet race, 4 lights, 5 lights, and away they go. And I think somebody at the back had a bit of a jump start. Yes, they did, because they're very slow away, which means they'll be serving a penalty. Now, I would expect, Ray, all of the drivers here to be on the full wet tyre. It'd be dangerous. Oh, Conrad!
It's gone.
Oh dear, it would be dangerous, I think, for any of the drivers to consider using. Oh, he nearly went again. Yeah, to consider using the inters would be crazy, I think. So let's see then how the BMW goes. Now, I mentioned earlier the Merc seems to be the better car in the wet, and considering that Demon R had nowhere near the pace of SGP in the dry, he's all over the back.
Sides through the S's.
Are they all still facing the right direction?
They're facing the right way. Rich was just a wee bit wobbly, but he kept it.
Nicely done. Okay, it's looking very, very dark here. Oh, it's the cosses wibbling and wobbling. Oh, and that. Oh.
Somebody's out wide there. Who's that? That
Gary.
quiet?
No, it's
Oh,
Gary.
Gary.
Yeah, I think all 3 of them got a bit out of shape through the final couple of corners. And Connor's got again on the final corner. Oh dear. You know what? We can't see at the moment because the way. Oh! Sorry, chaos on the pack cam. And yeah, Demon R taking the lead. Well done, Spotter. Tell us about it.
I don't know. We were in a different spot in the back jam. I think it was into turn 1, coming out of turn 1. So, Demon R in the lead. So, with Connor being so far back, SGP doesn't have to do anything silly.
Ooh.
Oh, synchronised.
Yeah, it's very easily done there. So Art Pal and Twilight both get sideways. Don't know if there's any contact, but both get sideways. It's very easily done. That's probably the trickiest part of the circuit, though Connor may disagree. I was wondering though, because of the way that the video has been edited for us, we can't actually see what gears the drivers are using in each of the corners. And SGP's got a bit of a run here, so is Jason on the back cam. But I'm wondering if Connor maybe uses, say, 2nd gear through the final corner, and he's just too sharp on it, whereas 3rd or 4th gear may be a little bit better. But either way, we've got someone going deep at turn 1 on the pack cam, and I think it's SRI following him a bit as well. No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't nothing. Is it Gary? No, yeah, it might have been Gary.
Might have been, yeah. Okay, there was a few cars getting a little bit wobbly into the 2nd corner. SRI's got a bit of a run on. It's risky this. You've got to run on Gary because that could happen. And there's another one. Well, at least Gary's going to have a warm rear end with all that DP all over it. But yeah, in these conditions, if you do hook up some of the curves, it does like to spin the car around. Obviously, it's down to the different grip levels from one side of the car to the other. That could be another factor that's perhaps been getting Connor and others in the final corner. But Connor now all over the back of Jason and Art Pal. So we've got 3 causes. They've been 3 wide in other corners. Now they're going to go 3 wide into turn 1.
Art Pal's backed out. He's like, no, Conrad going round outside. It'd be hard to leave room going round that corner if you're in the inside. So could you blame if it holds somebody out wide and then they get a penalty? Conrad's going, he's finding different lines, he's trying different things.
Yeah, he found a lot of grip on that outside line. What I was going to mention when we saw SRI alongside Gary was going side by side. It's treacherous because in these conditions, it only takes a split second for a car to have a bit of a wobbly moment, and you could be the victim of a massive crash. As Connor going for the outside line again, he's finding the grip, and Jason has a wobble.
I'd be too scared to take a move there in the way, because the inside just unsettles you, and then you've got chance of being on the outside going wide as Pal and Conrad getting closer to turn 1, but Conrad, he's on a couple of flying laps here. He's got up to the back of SRI. He's
Using
going
that deep line, the lead.
Yeah.
What the hell is wrong with my tongue today?
I don't know. Should ask it.
It needs a drink. Okay, so yeah, Connor showing some smart driving here, using off the racing line through the corners and making it work for him.
Every commentator cursed them.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh, it was the outside curb that got him that time. You'd be like, where the fuck place my car?
Well, yeah. I mean, you know what? I think he was a bit more on the racing line that time, and that's probably what got him a little bit wider and half on that curb as Jason on the curb exiting turn 1. But I think it's the exit of turn 1's not as bad, I think, as the final corner. Because the final corner, you have to keep steering for a lot longer round it, don't you? Whereas turn 1, it's a 90-degree corner, and then you straighten up again. But yeah, there we go. Okay, so we're 6 laps in, 6 minutes in. Demon are leading the race from SGP, and then we've got an absolute mental battle going on here behind SRI and behind Rich Blues, actually, who's in 4th place as Cozzy back side by side with Cozzy. This could be interesting.
Well, seems to be like doing being sensible and like, okay, right, on you go. Let's see if you mess up. Look, he's got a bit of run coming out the last corner, but he's getting nowhere. No, I think he's looking for somebody to push him along, but not really happening. And he's not side by side, so he kind of backs off into the corner and then tries to get the run out to get the person ahead, aka Jason, at the moment in time.
Rich Blues has just got himself a penalty, and with SRI closing that gap, he may lose a position or 2 here. Oh, Nelly!
Oh, Nelly!
Tank slapper on. Oh, no, he's going. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear. That puts Rich Blues up into 3rd, but SRI making the move on him with him serving a penalty. I think Jason's just served one as well, as Rich Blues having a look up the inside. Couldn't quite see it, but somehow that's put Connor. Oh, yes, all right, did get the move done. Connor's in 5th place, so taking that wider line. And he's
nearly. He's
nearly went, but he did have more grip. Okay, so Rich Blues weaving. Going right, going left on SRI, but SRI won't mind that because Rich is braking on the racing line. That might send him a little wide. It sent him very wide, and here comes Conrad through the middle. He's going to
get 2 of them. Is he going to get 2? Is SRI going to late brake it into the corner? Oh, we're on to Rich Blues with his penalty.
He's going
They're
to go
side by side. Oh, but Connor's on the inside line. Is that going to upset the car?
Just here, yeah, get ready. Oh no, he's handled it lovely. Oh, Rich Blues hasn't, no, he's gone big sideways. He's nearly lost the position to Jason. Couldn't quite see it fully, but you can just see in the background as SRI making Connor look in his mirrors. Now, if SRI wants to be mean, he can try and make Connor go on the racing line here through the corner. I think he's going. Yeah. Oh no!
Oh. That wall saved him that time and kept him straight.
Yeah. Is that? I had so many ridiculous thoughts and comments I could make there, and I'm not going to. Okay, so SRI 3rd place now, Jason 4th, Rich Blues 5th with Conrad right behind him. Now, the fuel might be an issue for the drivers in this. It shouldn't be, really. They should have more than enough, but also usually in the wet condition you don't really use as much fuel because you're not going to be going as fast as Rich Blues has to look up the inside. That might hurt. He may be offline. He may be in the wrong spot through this right-hander. No, he's okay at the moment, apart from serving a penalty.
Yeah, I forgot he had a penalty. It was like he's just started to go slow. As we see Twilight in 7th, he's going wide, but oh, Rich!
That was definitely a Code Brown. Okay, we've only got 12 seconds left of
Nearly
this race.
wide.
Oh no.
Is that Conrad? Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Okay, so we've got 6 seconds of this race left. And everybody's going to get an extra lap, apart from, I don't think Connor is. Yes, Connor is going to get the extra lap as Red Blues being sideways through turn 1. I think it's Formula Gary in last place at the moment. He's not going to get the extra lap. And yes, I think first and second and third may be covered at the moment. And then we've got this battle. Actually, Nelly has broken away from Jason, hasn't he? So we've got Cozzy, BM, Cozzy, BM, BM.
What do you mean? Nelly's there.
Oh yeah, Nelly is there. Who's up in 4th then? Oh dear, Arpal was off as well there. Jason's in 4th, my apologies. Okay, it must have been SRI then that I saw a little bit further up the road. Okay, so Demon R then takes the victory in the wet. SGP takes 2nd place, that's all he needed. Don't make any errors. SRI is going to come across the line in 3rd place. And then we've got Jason in 4th, just ahead of Rich Blues, Nelly, Arpal. No, it was Arpal then Nelly. Twilight was in there. So, oh my god, I am so off it today. My apologies, folks. Yeah, maybe I should take a week off. Yeah.
What's going on?
I don't know. I really don't know. I've got no answer for it. And Connor crosses the line in 9th place. Well, there we go. What a mental race that was.
Yeah. Jesus. Yeah, quite a lot of spins there. Somebody, we know Conrad's favourite artist now, Kylie Minogue.
And look at the picture on the screen. You see the right-hand headlight. Does it not look like shoulders and head of a scary baby? It looks like Chucky.
What, in the
headlight?
Part?
Yeah, in the middle part of the headlight. Look like Chucky.
Like in a face, yeah.
Okay, we're at 5 lights. And SGP's on the medium compound tyre. Interesting. Okay, Demon Art takes the lead. Well, he had the lead. He's kept the lead. SRI looking at making moves on SGP. SGP on the inside. I don't think Demon Art knew he was there. Okay, so there's a little bit of moisture on the track, Ray, but I don't know if that's enough for an intermediate tyre.
I don't know, but Jason coming up, he's taking from 4th to 3rd, then he's going for 2nd.
What's that? I'm going for 1st. Well, maybe this is showing that the inters aren't the right tyre for SGP. Although there are some windscreen wipers flicking around. Actually, Jason is on the intermediate tyre as well.
He's going round the outside. Is he going to get it?
Oh wow!
Cutting across. He's into 1st position, 4th to 1st in 1 lap. We've got SGP still hanging in there on his intermediates. It's SRI, Rich Blues side by side. They're going to get round the corner. Yeah, it looks like it.
Arpal's gone a bit wide. I think Jason went a touch wide as well. Don't know if he'll get a penalty for that. Let's see, SRI on the hard tyre. We'll have to try and sort of spot who's on what as we go on board with them. But SRI and Rich Blues battling side by side as the rain is still coming down. But again, I don't think the track is wet enough for inters. But having said that, we've got 2 intermediate runners up at the front flying away.
Yeah, SRI's fallen back. Rich's took out, and now Conrad's.
Wow!
Whoa! People went to Timbuktu there.
Yeah, I think that was Gary and Twilight coming together. Connor then making a move here on Rich Blues. I mentioned earlier that Jason has got a penalty. You can see it on the packer. Yeah, the Cozzy could be good in this sort of kind of condition. So let's see how the Cozzies get on. It's Jason. Oh my god.
What's going on?
I've got glad I found that today.
I'm not. I'm really not. Okay, so we've got a battle for the lead going on, Jason, and now interestingly, it looks like Demon R is kind of keeping with these guys. I mean, I wouldn't expect actually the slick tire to be faster. As I think Jason's just served his penalty, hasn't he? So SGP takes the lead. Jason, Demon R, side by side. No, they're not. They're extra down.
Think that, too wide. Rich Blues and Conrad, they might get penalties. Do you not think it's taking a wee bit longer for the hard tyres to get up to temperature, where the intermediates, not that much moisture on the ground, they're heating up quicker, and they've got the tyres up to temp? But Conrad's coming through. What tyres is Conrad?
Ooh.
Oh no, he's on. He's going to have a penalty for that.
So is Jason, I think. Jason got quite wide as well as in the background. We've got Nelly and SRI battling side by side. There comes Conrad. So Conrad started this race in, I think, 9th place.
Yeah,
although
2 seconds penalty, Jesus.
Yeah, I don't think that was all in one go. I think that may have been accumulated a little bit. So I don't know if it will make him serve it now. Yes, it is. So he's going to lose a few places, but he's gone from 9th to 4th. There's a good chance he could now go from, what position is he going to be at, 7th to further up. Oh, a little touch with Gary, and the windscreen wipers have stopped. But I do think you might be right about the tyres. The Inter's firing up straight away, and if the track a little bit damp, the hard tyres perhaps not firing up straight away. But
Seen the SGP get a penalty, so is Jason going to get SGP at the penalty line?
Look at how much wear Jason's got on his front left tyre. I mean, we're nearly halfway through this race, so if it doesn't dry up more, he could be okay, but Demon R is all over him now. So I think the slicks are potentially the faster tyre now, unless we get another downpour.
Yeah, then that's one thing we don't know. SGP 7 his penalty, he's lost 2 places.
Yeah, I forgot.
Demon R sliding around the penultimate corner is SGP using most of that cup there. But it didn't seem to unsettle the car as it does with the causes. As we say, 3 wide at the back there, Nelly, SRI and Formula Gary.
Gary got a little bit wide at the final corner. Nelly and SRI bumping uglies. Connor all over the back of Art Pal as SGP trying to make a move on Jason up into turn 1. Demon R taking a wider entry. That's not a bad idea when there's 2 cars battling. Got a tighter line here. Jason's gone a bit deep, and Demon R's going to do him round the outside. Oh no, he's not!
Oh, Jason.
Oh dear. No match for my moon.
No match for my tank.
Okay, so
no match for my flat pack.
Connor though, he's got himself up to 3rd place now at Jason's tyres. They've taken 30% of punishment in that last lap. I don't think the Inters are going to survive. But do they pit? Do they?
I don't know how quickly they'll catch up as Art Pal's got a penalty, he's in 2nd place.
Yeah, Connor.
Well, no, Connor's 2nd place, but they're battling. Art Pal's behind them into the... Connor! He's going to push. He's going to push and he's going to regret it.
Well, yeah, you might be right, but saying that, I don't think SGP's got the grip. We've not seen his intermediate tyre condition for a while, but from the looks of this, he's struggling. Definitely will be. He's going for it, though, into the penultimate corner. Connor with a switchback, though. I think he's got him done here. Yeah.
Oh, SGP a wee bit wide there. Will he get a penalty for that, though? As we see Rich Blues and SRI side by side, bumping uglies.
Okay, is that Twilight up alongside Formula Gary as well as Jason is at the back of this gaggle of cars now. SRI's had a bit of a slow turn 1. Nelly is it Nelly? Yeah, Nelly up alongside as SGP trying to fight back on Conrad, but I don't think his tyres are going to do it. Art Power, we can confirm, is on the hard compound tyre and is now all over the back of SGP. But I don't think there's enough time in the race left for those on Inters to jump into the pits and get a set of slicks on.
By the time we go and get us set of it's going to be what past the 8-minute mark, so there'll only be a couple of laps left. Rich Blues sliding round in 4th place.
Yeah, we've
Rich
got.
might get 4th here.
We had a car facing the wrong direction on the back straight. I think that was Formula Gary. I think him and Twilight have had another bit of a moment together. Demon R is now ahead of Jason, as well as Nelly going so wide. The Germans want to see his passport. One thing I was going to mention though, with those on the Inters could pit, because given how close this race is, SGP could lose 1, 2, 3, 4 positions here. Then there's Jason. If he pits, he would lose those positions anyway, but would get the boost to sort of catch up a little bit. So he might not be worse off, or might not have been worse off if he'd have gone for the slicks earlier. SRI looking at a switch back. Nope, now looking again, Nelly out of shape. Nelly taking quite a bit of apex curve, but got a decent run. Rich didn't get a great run. Then Demon R now. Yeah, looks like Conrad in this one. Conrad and Art Pal have just absolutely checked out.
Yeah, well, especially Conrad after we've seen what was happening. Oh, was there a touch there?
I'm not sure. There may be.
Free wide coming out. Rich there.
I wonder if Rich gave Nelly a bit of a nudge there and then let him through. I mean, SGP went mega wide as well. I'd be surprised if he's got away without a penalty as he makes his way through here. Nelly all over the back of SRI. Rich and Demon R side by side. Jason there waiting to pounce, and it looks like we have a DNF as well. We are down to 9 drivers. Twilight is out of this one. Oh, you know what? There are only 5 seconds left of this race, which means, are they going to get another lap?
I think they will.
Yes, they will. Okay, I just saw a bit of contact between Rich Blues and Demon R's Jackson up the inside. That could be risky on the Inters, as SGP's massively wide.
Oh, he's went really wide. Is he gained an advantage by staying wide?
I think.
Put the foot. He could have put the foot down to stay in front.
I think Jason went for the move. I think there may have been a bit of a touch between him and Rich Blues. SGP's got a 1.5 second penalty. That'll be for turn 1 and maybe half a second from before. So on the final lap, he's lost all those places I was on about. Connor's got a half second penalty. That'll get rounded up to a second, but he's got a big enough gap. At least that's what his missus said. The victory for Connor. Art Bowell, 2nd place. Well done to him. SRI is going to come over in 3rd with Nelly up his chuff. And then it's ever so close across the finish line. And I think Rich Blues actually may have been letting Demon Art through there. So just to confirm that one. Conrad 1st, Art Bowell 2nd, SRI 3rd, Nelly 4th, Demon Art 5th, Rich Blues in 6th, SGP in 7th, Jason in 8th, Formula Gary in 9th. And yeah, it was Twilight with a DNF. And in a few moments time, Ray, we shall take a look at the championship standings, what that has done to them. So as we go to those now, would you like to take us through those?
Yep. You can miss anything.
I don't know, I'd have thought you'd have been prepared for today. I don't know.
Well, as we've got SGP leading the championship, 154 points, followed by Conrad at 140 points in 2nd place, 14 behind. So, was it 20 per
it's
race?
20 per win, yeah.
Yeah. So, he's still there, and Demon R 3rd place by 134, and he's 20 behind SGP, so he just needs SGP to have a bad last 3 races and win them, and it's a three-way battle there.
Absolutely. It could. That's the thing. With it being 20 points for a win, it could swing around very easily, especially given what the next track is. But we'll get onto that in a few moments. I'm going to pour myself a drink while you carry on.
Yeah, and then we've got Nelly 4th place, 109 points, and then Art Pal close behind them on 108 points, and then a wee gap down to 6th place Jason with 93, and then 10 points behind him is Twilight on 83, 7 points, the year I was born, 83. SRI, he's a further 10 points behind Twilight on 73 points in 8th place, and then 9th place Rich Blues on 65 points, then Formula Gary 10th on 47 points, and Jimmy, who we didn't see tonight, 11th on 38 points, and then you've got your Steve F1, Critical Hay, and Almighty Nash, who haven't started the season yet.
Well, we've not seen him since he secretly got married. So yeah, I mean, one of the things I think we will be doing is definitely looking, doing some open lobbies to recruit some fresh drivers, because it does appear that well, we know there's definitely one seat available, and it looks like Hay and Bob, well, they haven't attended for so long now. That we may be better off just filling those seats. But yeah, okay, so something I want to sort of quickly touch on from those 3 races there. Once again, I mean, what was said beforehand, where it seems like the BM's good in the dry, the Merc is good in the wet, the Cos is good in those mixed conditions. I think it showed that again today. Because, I mean, Connor had the pace in the full dry, but maybe the tyres overheated too much. But in the mixed conditions, him and Art Power were flying. In the wet race, I think most of us were aware, excuse me, that the Cozzies would struggle in the wet around that track. Just because of the nature of the Cozzy and the changes of direction. But what can you do? Okay, anything else you want to mention about that race?
It was quite a mix, wasn't it? Of what we had. We didn't. No, Conrad didn't spin it. Did we have a spinner? I can't remember. I know second race we had a lot of spinning. But
Connor did spin in the first race, yes.
yeah, but he made his way on the second race, or for last race.
The last race, I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. Because I said he started 9th and he got up to about 4th. Then he had a spin. And then I said, could he get from 7th? And he ended up going from 7th to 1st.
Yeah.
So, yeah, absolutely brilliant there. Okay, right.
Yeah, and like you said, the causes and mixed conditions seem to be pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Jason was flying on the intermediates.
Yeah.
If he'd have been on the slicks as well, holy cow. I mean, interesting SGP sort of going with the intermediate tyre, but I'm wondering if what might have fed that thought was in the full wet race, towards the end of the race, it did seem to like rain quite heavily. Not that we really touched on it, but it did seem a lot heavier rain. And I'm wondering if SGP was thinking that rain may feature again a little later in the mixed condition race. But it wasn't to be. But at the same time, I mean, SGP, he's kind of got that comfort blanket to be able to play safe, I suppose, because in mixed conditions, the intermediate tyre is a safe tyre to be on, isn't it? Because if it does rain, you're on the right tyre. Or if the circuit stays damp, you're on the right tyre. If you're on the slicks and it rains, you're in trouble.
Like goose.
Yeah.
But we do allow our drivers to have like a couple laps, and they kind of can see what the weather's doing there. So maybe I think there was a blob of rain coming, but I don't think it went. The weather went in the way that like SGP and Jason thought it would be going,
Yeah.
and it could have been that everybody else just took a risk.
It could have been, yeah, absolutely. Okay, so in a moment we're gonna have a little fly around the next circuit. So I'm just wondering if you're ready for us to go and do that, Ray.
Have you sure it?
I have done.
Oh yeah, it
Yeah.
come up. I didn't hear it. Why didn't
I
hear
shared it, but I shared it before we started commentary.
Oh, I only seen another one.
Uh,
But there.
you can't get the staff these days. One of us can't speak, the other one can speak, but no one understands him.
Alright. Yep.
Right, okay. Well, let's take a little fly around Suzuka circuit in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So, this flyby is in potentially the wet condition, but as we can see down the main straight here, massive puddles here, Ray, in Suzuka, because when it rains in Suzuka, it tends to rain hard.
He wants to be there. Look, the grandstands are empty.
Absolutely. Now, this circuit could be very, very tricky in the full wet condition, given what we're going to see in a couple of corners' time, but we've got another pond.
Yeah, and coming through turn 1 and turn 2, how's that going to work with the wet condition, the racing greasy line?
Well,
Because
not only that, look at this. 1 river, 2 rivers. There's 3 rivers across the road there. So, also, you've got to be careful of, like, being on the racing line. But then you've got rivers. There's another river there, and another, and another.
Yeah, it's all through the knuckles. I expect that to be coming all through the knuckles at different stages, as we can see, yeah. And the rivers of Babylon, or spin along.
Yeah, spin along. Yeah. But I mean, Suzuka's with this first sector as well. I mean, the changes of direction, it could make it very difficult, because at some points you're either going to have to look at the river here and the puddle. You're either going to have to stay on the racing line and try and hold on to it, or you're going to be crossing it, and it's going to be a case of working out where the grip is. There's no easy way around it. And then as we take the short circuit, an elongated hairpin, and that is the pit entry, I think, the first one.
Yeah.
And then we've got another river on the exit of the final corner. Hello, big Coke Zero. But yeah, a lot of moisture on the circuit, which I must admit we've not seen that level of water on any of the other tracks that we've been round.
Not only that, of course it's going to be affecting in the full wet race, the second race. What's it going to be like in the third race when it's
Mixed condition? Yeah,
mixed condition?
because even if it isn't raining,
Dry,
Go on.
but dry, but with the rivers and the puddles still sitting there.
Yeah.
What do you choose? Would you go like the conditions we had tonight? If that's the same there, but we don't know how more the puddles and the rivers are going to be there.
Yeah.
So those putting on the slicks would be kinda in trouble. I would say, compared to like the SGP Jason putting on intermediate. So I think that third race is going to be the one to watch out for. Watch this, it'll be fucking dry.
Yeah. I mean, it all depends on how wet the wet race. If the wet race is as wet as we've just seen here, then that mixed condition race, even if it doesn't rain, there could be some damp proportions. But yeah, I mean, if it doesn't rain as heavy as we've seen here, it might be a dry time. But it would be interesting, I think, if it was right on that edge, or even did rain a bit. Because yeah, I mean, what do you do? I mean, this is the Suzuka Short Circuit. We've never used it in the DGT League, but it's not obviously a long track. I don't think it's the longest. The pit lanes, so making a pit stop may not be a bad idea. But given the nature of the circuit, long double right-hander, left, right, and so on. If you're on if you're on the slick and it's wet and you dip a wheel on the damp bit, you could spin around easily. But having said that, if you're on the inters, like we've seen in this race tonight, if you're on the inters and it dries up, you'll be a sitting duck at the end.
Yeah, it's all those variables we're going to have to, the drivers are going to have to take in and kind of decide when they get their couple of minute laps or couple of laps to go around the track and decide. So yeah.
Now an interesting thing as well around this track, I think the Cosy, it's either going to be an absolute nightmare in the wet, or it's actually going to work quite well, because I think it heats its tyres up better. So if the track is really, really wet, it may actually give the Cosy a bit more grip. The difficulty is going to be controlling the throttle and minimal steering, whereas I think the Merc can just power through and sort of cope with it. The BM will be a bit twitchy, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if the BM dry, Merc wet, Cosy mixed works at the next track as well. We'll have to wait and see. Right, I think that's just about us done for this week, Ray.
Yeah.
It's going to be weird when we go back to doing commentary on 40-minute long races. But yeah. But anyway, thank you very much for joining us on commentary.
Oh, did you hear? My wife got new braces.
Go on.
Now all my new kids are behind bars.
Oh my god. Why do penguins only ever go around in pairs?
Don't know.
Freeze a crowd. Right, thank you for joining us on commentary, Ray. Put until you joke.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you to everybody. Drivers, admins. Oh, I didn't check if there was any steward reports this week.
Did you not?
No.
Good job I checked and saw there wasn't any, I think.
Alright.
Yeah, I did. I'm pretty sure I checked. You might want to just double check though. But anyway, yeah, you know what to do, folks. Like, subscribe, smash that notifications bell. Join us next week for all of the action of the final 3 races of the 3volution Championship, where, is SGP going to do a Lando Norris and hold on for the championship? Is Conrad going to ask his crazy little teammate that he hasn't got to cause some chaos or not? Which Demon are going to cause some magic and somehow win it? I doubt it, but let's see what's going to happen. Plenty of battles to be had, and there's only one way to see how it all pans out, and that's to join us next week. So have a good one, everybody, and we'll see you all again soon.
Ta-da!